Hi, guys. Welcome back to our Workfriends review show. And today we are going to talk about Coming to America 2. I have my friend Chris here with me as always. So, tell me, what were your overall thoughts about the movie?
Hey everybody. Okay, I can actually say I like this one. I actually like Coming to America too. I thought if I was a little worried because I thought there were a lot of celebrities in it. So I was worried that maybe they were gonna try to make it too over the top. But I was entertained. I was entertained the whole time. So I actually liked it. What do you
Yeah, I
think?
definitely agree with you. I enjoyed it. I definitely laughed several times. I was a bit nervous, like you, when I saw that all the celebrities were in it. But I think that Eddie Murphy does a good job of putting a lot of comedians in the movie and not ruining it. Because he
Mm-hmm.
did what Harlem Nights had a gang of celebrities in it. Norbit had a gang of celebrity, a
I
gang.
for real, I like
A,
Nora. I ain't gonna lie.
Norbit is so funny, girl. I purchased it. I
It is.
purchased it the other day just because I was like, let me go and I've rented this so many times. Let me go ahead and purchase it because it's hilarious.
For
But
real, I don't know why people don't like it because I will say that is a funny movie.
yeah, so he just does a really good job of putting a lot of comedians, a lot of celebrities in a movie and it still being entertaining.
Hmm.
So the plot of the movie basically is like when the movie starts, I thought it was so dope to see Zamunda again.
Mm.
It just
Yeah, I
gave
like that we were
real,
in Zamunda more. I really enjoyed that part.
yeah, it gave really cool vibes. It looked super cool. The cinematography was very beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, I like the girls greeting their parents as they woke up.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked all of that. I thought it was really good that they just, really just made a whole, culture and just really just, showed us more of the Zamunda culture. I really liked that. I really liked that part.
yeah, it gave me feelings. It gave me like, oh, this is super cute.
Hmm.
Um, and so you get that, you get to see James Earl Jones again.
Yes.
At the beginning, telling um Prince Akeem that he does have a son. Um
About that. So I will say that I did have to suspend belief to watch this movie. So I think that's what made it easier to watch because I just felt like that's what you needed to do to just enjoy it as far as the plot and the storyline because it was just it was just so out there kind of.
Yeah, I was wondering how they were going to make it seem like he had a son still in America. Um
Right. And I'm just like, didn't know, like, nobody took a DNA test at all. Nobody offered up to take a DNA test because I don't know if you remember it, but in the movie, to me, it made it seem like they knew like, that wasn't his real son. Because when he first got to the apartment, whatever, and and Leslie Jones was like, my African or whatever, and he was like, my son, and she was like, that's not your, and they cut her off or whatever, and she's like, yeah, yeah, this your son or whatever. So, and she was like, I was a hoe or in these streets or whatever. So to me, it made me think that that wasn't really his son at all. And so the whole time through the movie, I'm just like, so is this his son or is this really not his son? Like that scene hung me up throughout the whole movie because I'm just like, I don't really care about him, if he ain't really a king's son.
I didn't take it that way. That's not the way I interpreted that
Hmm.
scene. I took it as her being like, "Oh shoot, he is your daddy." Like I took it as her being like, "Your daddy." Like, oh yeah, he is it. Like I took it that way. So I
Mhm.
don't think it is a plot hole a little bit, but I took it as like they definitely did their work, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And yeah, so I took it that way. I didn't think that was too big of a deal, but I do agree with you that you kind of had to not think logically to enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
Just take it for what it is and let things
Exactly.
be. But it
Mhm.
was good to see James Earl Jones again and how they introduced that. Okay, you have a son, and
Mhm.
I could deal with that. I feel like they rushed, Eddie Murphy meeting him for the first time. Like he was so
Wait,
he.
wait. Can we back up? Can we talk about those performances though? In Vogue, Salt and Pepper. Even though I side eye y'all about the Cinderella stuff, but man, I really enjoyed the whole concert. I was like, okay, they gave us a concert in here. I was enjoying Gladys Knight, Midnight Train of Zamunda. Like I was enjoying these concerts. Can we talk about that? Like
Oh my, I hate to say it, but they could have cut it. Like that's the part.
what? Really?
So there's a very like to me like a fine line between like funny and cheesy, and the performances made it so cheesy. Like
Mm-hmm.
it made the movie. I feel like you have to keep some sense. We already had thrown logic out the window with the
That
sun.
I think that's why I enjoyed it because I had thrown the logic out because now I'm thinking hell this ain't really his son, so I guess that's why I was like okay we get at least we get some music and then I was enjoying the costumes. I was like okay this looks nice, like yeah I
I
guess that's why I was okay with it now because it was already tossed out the window.
The performances were really good. I just felt like they were unnecessary in
Oh
the
absolutely
movie.
unnecessary.
Just so we just throwing people in the movie now. Like it was just
That's
like
what two mean celebrities.
like this makes absolutely no sense. And so to me, that's the part that they could have cut out, and the
Hmm.
story still would have been fine without it. Um so but I don't know. I guess it's a we need to celebrate James Earl Jones in real life too, right?
Mhm.
So I guess this is was our little movie celebration of James Earl Jones. But
Mhm.
while they were good, they could have cut it. Like really unnecessary. It's one of my
Absolutely unnecessary.
if I I've already watched it twice, but if I was watching it for a third time, I would
Mhm.
fast forward through
You
that
was
part.
asked for it,
Yeah,
like Tyler Perry play.
like a Tyler Perry play. We're fast forwarding through all
Mhm.
musical performances.
Too many songs and too long. Okay.
So he goes to America to get his son, and I feel like they rushed past this whole part. Like I enjoyed seeing them go back to the barbershop, even though those men were already old and should be dead.
Right, they should have been dead.
But
Let's be honest.
we're throwing logic out the window.
Throwing it out
So
the window.
I think that it was funny and cute, and it made you feel a little nostalgic.
It did.
So
It did.
I definitely enjoyed that. But then like him actually going to meet his son, I feel like that whole scene felt rushed.
Very rushed. Yeah. Cause it just happened so quick. It was just like, okay, now all of a sudden y'all coming back to Zamunda.
Yeah. And then they go back to the apartment, and he was a little bit against it. Then once he saw the money, he's like, let's go.
Hmm.
And so it was like, okay, we want to get to the point, right? We want to
Hmm.
spend the majority of the time in Zamunda and not in Queens. So maybe that's why they rushed it. But it was
I
just
don't
like,
know.
it's okay. I
But I
will
feel
say
like oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I will say I think that Leslie Jones was great casting because
Mm-hmm.
she was very funny. Like the
She
whole,
was.
like one of the best parts of the movie was her.
Mm-hmm.
She had me laughing from the first time we saw her. As soon as they walked into that they went to that apartment in Queens, she had
Mm-hmm.
me laughing.
I don't think I really laughed, but I enjoyed her performance. Because I don't really think I laughed through the whole movie at all. But yeah, I enjoyed her performance definitely. I think she helped make the movie, what it was. But for me, who I was obsessed with was Kiki Lane. Oh my gosh, I wish they would have made the movie about her. Mika, like I felt like that was where the movie should have went. Because if they're gonna make it about, more about Zamunda and everything, the next queen is Zamunda. Let's make it about her and not
I would love a part three or a spinoff just on her. I don't know.
right.
She
It's
appeared
beautiful.
beautiful girl.
God.
She appeared royal. Like, okay, freak Zamunda, she belongs in Wakanda.
Right. That's
She
what I
was
was
getting
thinking. Cause I was like, did she do her own stunts? Cause man, I really enjoyed her. I really did.
she was out here.
That's who had me for real.
She
Cause I was
looked
like, okay, a king's legitimate son. He all right. Can we get more? Can we get more me
she
screen
looked
time? That's how I
fired the
feel.
whole movie. She looked fired the
Yes,
whole
and
movie. But
she
I
carried
honestly
herself
all
like a queen. Yes,
the
yes,
headpieces and the nose rings,
yes.
everything.
Just mm-hmm.
I wanted nose piercing. Like I wanted
Girl, girl. I swear.
gorgeous.
Yeah, they all the daughters were, and I like that. I really wanted like more of them, and so that's what kind of had me kind of down about the movie too. It's because like, man, we focusing on this illegitimate dude or whatever who's
When she
from the
right
U.S.
there, Mika right there being
Right.
fire the
Mika
whole
eat him up
time.
every time she on screen.
But
Every
I think
time
that
she
was
on
the point.
screen.
I think that was the point was we have this, sometimes certain countries can be a little misogynistic and we have this person who's a perfect choice, yet you're going after this man who is immature
Yeah. But I
and
just felt like
has
that plot line has been done a lot. Where it's like it just takes the father so long to come to his senses. Like, yes, you see that the daughter has always you brought her up to rule, but you wait till the very end of the movie to come to that realization. So I feel like that's been done a lot as far as the movies. When
it's extremely predictable. And so I
mm-hmm.
knew that, in 2021, you're not allowed to, be that misogynistic in the first place. So you knew
Right.
that he wasn't going to end up getting the throne. Like,
Right.
like this is 2021. They're going to flip it and
Exactly.
make her the heir. I
Mm.
knew it was coming the whole time.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but once they get back to Zamunda and he tells his wife, which I was like, I feel like he should have told her before she left.
Right. Like y'all been married 20 plus what?
I
Okay,
mean, she
King.
took it really well because I would have lost my
Shit.
mind. I don't care if you didn't cheat on me.
Like you for real, like at least tell me that's insulting enough, bruh. Tell me. I'm helping you run this country. And then and then you gonna put this you searching for this dude over our daughter and then just pushing her to the side like it ain't nothing. We gonna have a talk. We gonna have many talks. So
We're
Lisa
go-
did handle it well.
we're gonna have many talks. Like she handled it way better than I ever could. But
Right.
again,
We wouldn't have been able to make no movies because we would have been talking.
but again, Leslie Jones stole the show for me, and she made
hmm
me laugh with that. Hey, Queen, so
Right.
I slept with your man.
Right. And it still like, yeah, we slept with the same dude, but you could see like you couldn't help but like her
You
in the
couldn't
end.
help but like her. And
Yeah, like
so
she grew on Lisa, so it didn't automatically start out with them just being buddy buddy, which I like. And so, you kind of see her grow on Lisa or whatever. And they ended up bonding because they're from the same neighborhood and all that kind of. So I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, and then
They did pay attention to the story somewhat.
yeah, and then you have the three daughters there looking regal the whole time. So I enjoyed that
Absolutely.
part.
And they can
Um,
fight, all of them.
and they
I enjoyed that
managed
fight scene
to.
with Wesley Snipes. I ain't gonna lie.
I enjoyed that fight scene as well. But before that, the part where one of the best parts about Coming to America, the original, is the royal penis is clean, Your Highness. And and one of the things that I realized way before this movie even came out, I heard that it was going to be PG-13, and I was like, oh, so they cutting the cussing out, they cutting the boobies out, like they not finna do the royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Mhm.
Um, but I like the flip to where they had the girls in shirts. They obviously had shirts under, under their beading or whatever, and then they
Mhm.
had the dude in there with Leslie Jones, and I was like,
I knew he was in that water. I knew
I
it.
knew he was in there. I knew
It's so
somebody was in that
predictable, but I knew somebody was under that water, and
but
you
it
can't help
but
it.
it still made me smile when I saw it.
It did.
I wish
Oh
that they would have had three in there. That's the
oh,
only thing
yeah.
is that
Oh
like they should
yeah.
have
I was
went
just like,
big.
one.
Well,
No, two
yeah,
need to be holding their breath.
they should have went big and had three like really fine dudes in the water with her. But that was very funny. And
Mhm.
then moving forward when we're first introduced to Wesley Snipes or whatever. Not first
Mhm.
when introduced, but hey, we need your newfound son to marry, you know, Tiana Taylor.
Uh-huh. She looked
Again,
beautiful in that
she
movie.
looked so good. But when
Yeah,
does she not look good?
that is true.
But I'm gonna say unnecessary performance.
Absolutely. Didn't need it.
Um, they could have had the dance and then her walk in like Vanessa Bell Calloway's character
Mhm.
did in the first one.
Right. Cause
Just
you see
walk
she made a
in,
quick appearance. She was still hopping on that foot. And then
walk
gone.
walk in, be your gorgeous badass self. I love Tiana Taylor, love her music, love her singing, whatever. It was unnecessary in this
Yeah,
movie.
she didn't need to perform.
This
No.
is not a musical.
Mm-mm.
It's not a musical, it's a comedy. And they had enough songs in here for it to be a freaking musical.
Yeah.
It was
I told you, like, at
ridiculous.
that point, well, we was throwing logic out the window. So y'all want to give me concerts, all right? But yeah, we didn't need we didn't need her. Like we didn't need. I feel like we didn't need that story. We didn't need that story plot at all. His whole little love, whatever. I didn't
We
think we
did it
needed
because
it.
we saw it in the first one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is not what, he's obviously not going to want to marry this person. Like,
Mhm.
I just felt like it was unnecessary, but the music was definitely
Absolutely.
unnecessary.
Mhm.
Um, I like the relationship that he had with the girl, the barber, the girl that cut his hair,
I didn't care.
that
I
twisted
honestly.
his hair. They
It was
moved the
hard for me to. They moved it too fast. I
they
think
moved
that's
it
what
too
it.
fast.
Yeah, cause I didn't care. I was like, y'all just. I was gonna just. He's just ready to get married. Hell, he could barely keep a job, and now all of a sudden he's just
He's ready to
getting
get
married.
married. It made absolutely no
Okay.
sense. But I appreciated him. I appreciated her making him finer because he looked
Yeah.
way better after he got his hair twisted.
Yeah, but to
Because
me,
before I
I
was
wasn't
like,
attracted that much. I told you it was like every girl that he was on screen with kind of ate him up, so it was just hard for me to. I
she
don't
did. The
know.
girl playing the barber, the girl that he ultimately fell in love with, she ate him up. Especially
Yeah.
at the end when they walked
Right,
out,
and
she
they
had on that
wedding.
dress. Oh,
Yeah.
she ate him all the way
That's
up.
why I was like, man, it was so hard for me to just care about him because it was just like every time it was somebody else just eating him up in the scene. It was just, uh,
They
yeah.
they honestly could have picked a different actor for that role. Somebody that was a little bit more captivating.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. Dare I say they could have even hired an African actor?
Yeah.
because I think that a lot of the unknowns that we saw in this movie were African. And
Mhm.
so I feel like he just maybe they wanted him to be American so he wouldn't be as regal. That's kind of the point.
Right.
But I think they could have found somebody that was more regal and
Mhm.
taught him to act less regal, and then we see the transition.
Mhm.
But with him, well, I feel like he would look corny the whole time.
Yeah. It was just it. Yeah, because he annoyed me. I kind of want to say it was just like I don't know. It was just hard to like
He
him.
was
And
my
so
least favorite parts of the movie.
yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoyed
Honestly.
seeing Eddie Murphy with his wife. I enjoyed seeing the
Mhm.
scenes with their daughters. I
Right. I enjoyed
enjoyed
Tracy Morgan. I
Tracy
enjoyed Leslie.
Morgan and Arsenio Hall. Their back and
Yeah.
forth was
I
very
enjoyed.
hilarious.
Yes. The
Um,
whole CNN interview
with
thing.
Trevor Noah, that
Yeah.
was
Like
very cute and very funny.
right.
And so
Unnecessary, but we appreciate it.
unnecessary,
That's
but
why.
I liked it. It was
Yeah,
unnecessary, but I
exactly.
liked it.
But
Um,
yeah, like he was. Yeah, like we. Well, I forget his name, Lavelle. I just didn't care for Lavelle.
yeah, I just they could have came up with a little different plot in that
Don't make
case.
it so more, or don't focus so. I feel like I don't know. They were trying to focus so much on him, but I was getting distracted by others.
And now I'll say that so we can go to like what our favorite scenes were. So like my favorite part of the movie was definitely the fight with Wesley Snipes.
Hmm
The she was really getting it and I enjoyed that so much.
hmm
Um and Arsenio Hall got his little sweat from a baboon's paws. That was definitely cute. That was like my favorite part of the movie. What was your favorite part?
All things Mika, Kiki Lane, all things Kiki Lane. I told you that's who I want the movie to be about. So anytime she was in it, I cared.
And a little honorable mention as my favorite part is uppity bitch said what? What?
I
Like, you know,
was like, that's so ghetto.
a lot of parts in the movie didn't get a full laugh. They kind of got a chuckle, like, that's
hmm
cute. But uppity bitch said what? Every time they did it, I laughed. Especially when the queen did it to Akeem when they were back in
uh-huh.
the room and they were arguing, and she was, I think she was drunk, right? And she was like,
hmm
uppity bitch said what? And that was probably like a honorable mention to the fight scene.
Oh, I
Um,
got a question.
mhm.
So, remember Lisa's sister? What happened to her? Did they mention anything about her in this movie?
They
Because I know
didn't.
she started dating Daryl, so I was just wondering if
They
they mentioned her or
didn't. The
Daryl.
only thing they did was they showed her in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
They showed her in the picture when the movie was first starting, but
Mm-hmm.
no, they never mentioned her.
And oh, can I also say they were very heavy on the McDonald's references, like a lot. I was like, dang, is it McDonald's paying for half the movie? Because I swear it was like McDonald's. I don't know. It just seemed like it was a lot of advertisement for the McFlurby and all that.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what? That was when it happened in the first movie.
hmm
Though that was some of the best parts. We don't have the Big Mac, we have the Big Mick.
But it seemed like
It
they
was
I guess they put it in
overkill.
better
They
than
put
they
it
did this
in
time.
better in the first movie, and that's what it's again, it's a fine line between funny
hmm
and corny. And
Yeah.
they kept doing it in this movie to the point where it was corny.
Yeah, it became excessive. Like,
It
okay, we
became
get it.
excessive.
Uh-huh.
So they could have toned it down. I like the fact that McDowell's Zamunda exists. They
Yeah.
just could have left out a couple of the jokes.
Mhm.
Like it was like when he was went back to do the mopping because it helps him think. I thought that was cute, but when he
Mhm.
got the McFlubby or whatever, it was corny. Like
Mhm.
he could have just talked to Eddie Murphy. He could have talked to Akeem in
Yeah.
that scene without
Mhm.
doing that.
Exactly.
And so it was just one of those unnecessary moments again. But I love seeing James Amos.
Mhm.
Um, and I thought that that part was very cute, and it definitely felt nostalgic, and you
Mhm.
know, made me
At
feel
first.
my feelings then. Um, so what was your least favorite part of the movie?
um. Hmm. My least favorite part. I don't really think
Lavelle.
I really. Yeah, I was to say. Besides, like that whole just him just really just about to put like this unknown person in charge of his country. I
Just
think
because
that's
he's
just
a man.
yeah. I think so. That's just the least favorite, my least favorite part because I was just so we so used to it now that it's just I don't know. I feel like it could have been different. They could have went differently with this movie.
Yeah, and I will say mine, I mentioned it before, but all the musical performances were very
Mhm.
unnecessary. But I
Mhm.
will say that after you have the wedding at the end and they had a reception, that was
Mhm.
the perfect time for musical performances. That
Mm.
felt right. They didn't need the musical performances during the James Earl Jones section
Right.
or the Tiana Taylor performance. They could have left all musical performances to the end, and I would have
Mhm.
been fine with that.
Right, because they
So
just killed him off so fast.
exactly. So I'll say that my least favorite part of the movie was definitely the musical performances, and everybody can feel free to just fast forward through all of those because it was just extremely unnecessary. But
Mhm.
I enjoyed the movie. It was very cute. Oh, can I mention this? This is another one of my favorite scenes, like the part where they were playing the song Someone to Love.
Uh huh.
It was so cute.
Yeah,
It
I
definitely
smiled.
made
I
me,
smiled.
and she looks good. The
Yeah.
actress that plays,
Lisa.
she's still gorgeous, and
Mhm.
it definitely made me feel my feels to see Lisa and Akeem dancing to that song.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I smiled.
it was extremely cute, and I was just like, oh. So I mean,
Mhm.
overall, I definitely enjoyed the movie. It's
Mhm.
cute. I can say I'll probably watch it again. Like if you're bored or just want something, to do, you can definitely turn that on.
Yeah, I
And
watch it again,
feel,
but I'm more partial to the first one still.
yeah, I think everybody will be more partial to the first one, but it's cute.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Like you
cute
said, it
little.
something to watch, if you're bored or whatever. Or if you just want to do a marathon, you can just start with Coming to America, then watch Coming to America or Coming to America, the second one. So make a little marathon,
So
just to keep it.
let's play our favorite little game of movie villain, real villain. So who do you think the movie villain was?
um, General Izzy, what's his name? General Izzy. I think they made him the movie villain or yeah, movie villain.
But who's the
But
real villain?
Akeem, Akeem, Akeem.
I definitely agree with you. Izzy had his reasoning for everything he
Mhm.
did, and it was
Mhm.
really because of the stuff that Akeem, the Jaffer family, effed
Yeah.
up.
Mhm.
So I will agree with you. I think mine is gonna say I'm gonna go with the movie. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna say that the movie villain was Akeem, and the real villain was his dad.
Oh, okay.
Because okay, so Akeem is the one that had a bastard son, and Akeem
Mhm.
is the one that didn't tell the queen, and he's the one that's, needs this male heir and making all these decisions.
Mhm.
But he's doing all this because deep down inside, he still wants to be the son that his dad wanted him to be.
Mhm.
So he never really fully learned the lessons in coming to America one, because he still turned into this person that he didn't want to be.
Mhm.
And so for that, I'm going to say that the original king, James Earl Jones, King Jaffe
Uh-huh.
Jaffer, is the real villain, because all those, the monarchy and the misogynistic ideals came from
Mhm.
him.
Mhm.
So Akeem is innocent in these streets.
I almost feel you on that, almost, except for James Earl Jones died or whatever, and Akeem already, defied his daddy for Lisa or whatever. Like 20 years, you fall for this woman, and then like you're not listening to Lisa when she's trying to tell you, like you're not listening to your wife, you're pushing your daughter aside for this nobody's son who's obviously not right to rule the country. Nah, bruh. I'm
But
sorry.
he's
It
still
it took you
doing
too
it
long.
because he wants to keep up with his father's ideas.
But I understand that, but your dad died and you're your own, you gotta be your own king. And you need to listen to your wife, bruh. Like she's helping you run this country, right? Like he didn't listen to his wife at all. Like she just ain't been around for the last 20 years. So it's
When
just
he
hard for
told
me
her
to.
to mind her tongue,
Right.
I said,
You lucky you don't
"Excuse
get your tongue cut
you."
out.
I did not like that. Oh, no, 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 sir. This is not what we're doing. So,
Yes. So it's just hard for me. Like I get daddy, was pressure or whatever, but at the end of the day, again, it took you too long. It took you too long. And then just like what you raised your daughter for, like how you just expect her to just toss it all aside just that quick. Like it's just like he went from like being a caring father of three girls to just overnight just I don't know. That's
and
why I just don't feel so
my
bad for him.
question is, so if he would have never had a son,
Hmm.
would he have had his daughter marry somebody and make that person king?
No, because remember, he was already going to talk to James Earl Jones about her supposed marriage. So it already wasn't going down. He remember
Mm.
because he said it doesn't seem like they're going to be a match ever or something like that. So
Oh,
he was our
yeah, yeah.
so it's like you was ready to talk to your dad about, your daughter being married, but you ain't ready to talk to him about a complete unknown dude running y'all country.
But let me tell you, it would have been a better plot to not have the son at all
Mhm.
and have men trying to marry his daughter
Mhm.
and her just wanting to rule alone. But that would have been very Princess in the Diary too.
I was about to say that was I was gonna say brave. So we both already had a plot similar to it, but I feel like
Yeah, that would have
we
been
don't
Princess
see it as more
Diary
often
too.
as what we've already seen, as far as like this plot where, the father
Unknown son
yeah,
that gets to
like
come in and
mm-hmm.
yeah, I could have did without that, but
Right. And since it was just such a big cast anyway, it was like you kind of really didn't need just like one specific plot because it was just so many side people and we was entertained anyway. Like you didn't like the concerts or whatever, but it was just like all these other side things going on. It was just like you said, the son really didn't need to be part of the movie. So I
yeah, and
just
plus we just wanted more Mika. She was gorgeous,
yeah,
and
yeah. So we biased.
the headpiece at the end,
She wore that.
she wore that. Okay, I probably would look stupid walking around with that in real life, but I want it.
Girl,
I
man,
want
you
it.
can't
Can
look stupid
I
wearing that. Man, the way she carrying it, you can't make fun. Please,
can I
ain't
like
it?
get married in that? Like I don't I don't know. I just feel like I need to at some point put that headpiece into
Mm.
my wardrobe.
Yeah, whoever did the costumes designs did a really good job.
It looked the whole movie looked expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It was very beautifully shot.
Yeah, let's see,
Um
what, a $60 million budget?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, so yeah.
it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I would
Mm-hmm.
recommend it.
Yeah,
Don't
I say
let
watch
all
it.
the it had a lot of bad reviews. And I
I
think
think
that's
people were hanging up on the fact that, they wanted it to, I guess be more like the original maybe, but you gotta remember it's 20 years and a lot has
30
changed.
30 years.
30, yeah, 30 years. So a lot has changed over these years. So I don't know, you just gotta go in with an open mind, and I think just not expecting too much because it's a 30-year difference.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't going to be the same. And so I'm
Mhm.
grading it on a curve, and I'm
Mhm.
grading it against other films that have come out, other comedies that have come out. And it's
Mhm.
certainly not the worst thing that I've seen
Right, right.
in
As
the
far as
last couple
especially for it to
years.
be a sequel,
Yeah,
like, because
it was
normally
definitely good.
sequels don't really pan out. But yeah, this one I watched again. Yeah,
Yeah, if
definitely.
you just grade it against other comedies that have come out, I would say that it's better than some of the other stuff that we've been seeing too. So I
Mhm.
definitely would recommend it. Everybody should go out and,
Yeah, it was a
you
nice
know,
refresher from Billie Holiday.
I say go out and watch the movie. It's on Amazon, so you don't have to go out and watch it. But you looking for a cute little date night or a family movie because
Yeah.
it is PG-13 now.
And you
It's
just
not
want
an
to see
R-rated movie.
some bad Mika, some bad Kiki Lane.
I know,
Watch
like
it.
she put her in more movies.
Right.
Put
I
her
need her
in
to have a
everything.
nice long career.
She's gorgeous. Put her in
Yeah.
Black Panther 2. I need to see
Yeah.
more of her.
Yeah,
But
I
everybody
definitely agree.
definitely check this movie out. Don't pay attention to the bad
Mm,
reviews.
no,
It's a great family watch.
I agree.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end things there. Everybody remember to subscribe to our channel, help us grow. We're on that road to 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. Hit that notification bell button so you know when we put up a new video. Comment, tell us, what you want us to review. We're looking for a TV show to do. So if you have any suggestions, please let
Yay.
us know in the comments. Um, like this video, go back and watch our review of Soul, go back and watch our review of the United States versus Billie Holiday. And make sure you also follow us on Instagram at Workfriends Co. And we will see y'all next time with another
Bye, good
review.
people.